is up, YouTube? Welcome to my 2025 street BMX bike build. Alright, so before we get started, I just want to show you guys my goodies I brought with me today. I got my kendama, the Reed Stark Safari Edition. This is made by Sweets, who sponsors Reed Stark, who is the pro BMX rider that rides for BSD. If you don't know who that is, then do you even know anything about BMX? Come on guys, go get yourself a Sweets Safari kendama. And I also brought my gamer fuel with me. You are what you drink, so that's why I choose to drink White Monsters. And last but not least, I brought a luggage scale for the end of the bike check video, so I can weigh my bike and show you guys exactly what I'm packing underneath between my legs. So this build, this 2025 street BMX build, is nothing special, but it's special to me because I love my bike and I love how my bike feels and I love how it rides, and you should too. I've always had all black bikes, mostly because I'm not very good with color and change, but this time around I decided to add some color, so I went with chrome. So it's not very colorful, but this is probably the most color I've had on my bike in a long time. Closest I ever got to riding color was back in the day. I had some blue rims, kept them for a few months, and then eventually I had a brownish orange frame that I did ride for quite a while, but anything with color just didn't really stick with me. I like to wear a lot of black, I like to ride black. I don't know, just like colors really change my mood and the way that like I appear to myself. So it's always just been something that I've done, is just kind of keep it simple and basic. Forgot to mention I'm wearing my brand new Corn on Wheels shirt. It's got Corn with their own bikes, and we got some dogs. Love this shirt, but I'm gonna put a jacket on right now because it is cold. So before I dive into all the parts and brands and whatnot and geometry of what I got, first I'll start with just my sticker setup. I love stickers and I love the way that stickers look on my bike, and I'm very particular on how they are. So I kind of put my own custom stickers on this frame. I got this sticker off Etsy on the front, not the cool part. I got that off Etsy too, but I got the spiral swirl on the front, you know, just keeping it trippy. I got the Vans because I love Vans, it's all I wear. I got the Monster because that's all I drink. I got the Sweets kendama because that's all I play. I got the Empire sticker because, well, it just looks cool. And most importantly, I got the Maintain Everyday sticker. It's kind of a cult slogan that they use, but also it really, I like it because it just reminds you that you got to maintain every day with everything you do. If you don't use it, you lose it. And a big part of it, me having this on my frame, is that I'm clean and sober off of drugs and alcohol, and I have to maintain every day in order to stay sober. My sobriety, my riding, everything I do, maintain every day. Okay, sorry, I had to take a quick pause right there. It was getting really cold and I had to go ride around for a little bit, but the sun is out, the sunglasses are on, the Malice sunnies, the Malice shades. It's good. It's a good day. Cold in the morning, fucking hot in the afternoon. Couldn't ask for better weather in California, honestly. But anyways, let's get back to this bike check. So I just explained my sticker situation, all the little custom stickers I have on here that mean a lot to me. And now I will explain what parts and build I have. Okay. So first, starting off with the frame, I got a Colt Biggie frame. It is in black and 21-inch top tube, I believe. And it is a short rear end at 12.9-inch rear end chainstay with a 9.65 standover seat tube height. So it's a very tall standover, which I like the clean look of a tall standover. I don't do tail whips, obviously, so it doesn't matter to me to have a short standover, but I like the clean look of the tall standover, and the short chainstay does make a huge difference with my manuals and just overall easiness of the bike and the way it rides and feels. Next up, I have the Colt Devon bars. You know, kind of matches the frame, the Colt Devon Biggie frame with the Colt Devon bars. They are a 9.5-inch rise. I cut them down to, I think, 27 or 26.5 or something inch wide. Because I always hit my knees on bar spins. I'm not that good at bar spins. I just started learning switch bars recently with my left hand, so I definitely had to cut them down a bit. But I love these bars. I like the wide box look. I like the tall crossbar height. It just makes a very clean overall look. Next up, I guess I'll get started on the forks. So even though I have Colt stickers on these forks, they're actually not Colt forks at all. Don't tell anybody, but they're actually Odyssey R15 forks. And the reason why I got 15s was because I really am looking for a tight feel on my bike, and I want to learn nose manuals, and apparently steeper forks help with nose manuals. Yes, it does feel very twitchy my bike, but honestly I like the feel of a twitchy bike. It makes me feel like Lightning McQueen, even though I'm not really going that fast. It just makes me feel like I'm going fast, so I fuck with it. Anyways, yeah, don't tell anybody, but these are not actually Colt forks, they're just Colt stickers. I also got off Etsy, but yeah. And I put a Colt fork cap as well, so I'm really, you know, playing the game, playing for that look of the Colt forks, but they're not. I got the Colt Salvation stem in 46 millimeter reach, so it's also very responsive and twitchy, and the reason for that is people say with a shorter stem it makes bars spin around in a shorter range radius, so it makes the bar spins kind of feel a little more stable as well. I honestly can't tell a difference because I suck at bar spins regardless of what I'm riding, and yeah. I also have a Colt headset as well. This cap is actually about 10 years old. The bearings are newer, but the cap I've kept for about 10 years now, so I don't know if you can find this cap anymore. Now I think they're all black and don't say Colt on them anymore, but yeah, I still have an old school Colt cap for my headset. Pretty stoked on it. Now let's go to the seat. So I already talked about how I really like the phrase maintain every day, that kind of the Colt slogan they use. They're more talking about biking, but for me it references sobriety and just all walks of life and different things that you do in life. You gotta maintain every day, which is why I paid a pretty penny to get this Colt seat that says maintain every day on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I paid a pretty penny because this is an older model seat and they only had them in stock in a shop in Australia online, and I paid like pretty much the same amount for the seat as I paid in shipping, so I ended up paying like 60 or 70 bucks just to get the seat over here, but I love it. I don't ever want to get rid of it. Maintain every day means so much to me. I'm gonna get it tattooed on me one day, even as corny as that sounds. You guys probably don't get it, but maintain every day is just the best phrase for me. You don't use it, you lose it. Can't stay clean off yesterday's shower. Maintain every fucking day, guys. I believe the seat's called the Colt Big Logo seat, so if you guys can find one out there that's not in Australia, let me know, because I do want to get a new one soon actually, because it is starting to rip in certain spots. But yeah, it's also attached to the polished Colt seat post, so this is also a new drop. Just like with the stem, they dropped the polished stems, they dropped the polished seat post. I did have a polished Sprocket, but I did not like the look of it. It was too much chrome, too much polish on my bike, so I traded my friend for a different Sprocket. So I kind of wasted my money there, but I ain't mad about it. But yeah, anyways, this is a very long seat post. It goes down to like pretty much like all the way down here, so I might cut it later, but yeah, you can run the seat really high if you wanted. So now I'll get into my drivetrain. I am riding 160 millimeter Eclat Spire cranks. Now these are really short cranks, and the reason why being is they make your back foot not touch on the peg that much, and I wear size 11 or size 12 sometimes in shoes, and I do have a short rear end, so sometimes the back peg does get caught on my foot, or my foot does get caught on my back peg, or vice versa if I had longer cranks. So I did opt out for the 160s. People also say it makes you hop higher. I'm not sure if that's entirely true or not, but I ain't afraid to try them out. So I honestly don't notice a huge difference, but I'm not mad or sad that I bought them at all. So yeah, 2.5 piece cranks, by the way, so there's no bolt right here. If you did drugs, you can put some marijuana on this side and then smoke out of there, but I don't do drugs. And attached to the Eclat Spire cranks, I have the Eclat Centric pedals, and you might notice they look a little different than most pedals, and that's because they don't have the wrench access right here. They have the full body of the pedal going all the way to the crank. And people mostly like these pedals for crank arm grinds, but I don't even do crank arm grinds. I'm not opposed to learning them one day, but I like them more because I want to hold my feet closer to the cranks and pinch my cranks more when I try bar spins. So I thought it was just kind of a clever thing that I could do. Bar spins have not gotten better. So I've done so much to my bike to try to make my bar spins better, as you can tell, but they still have not gotten better. But I'll just keep trying. I'm not giving up. I'm still having fun out here. as I was mentioning earlier, when I was building this build, I put on a chrome sprocket, but then I decided to opt out the other day for a black one again. So I don't know, I kind of like the look. It looks more balanced with black. It looked a little too heavy on chrome with the chrome sprocket, but it is a Colt DAC guarded sprocket, and no complaints about it. I love it. You can even change it around and flip it upside down if it gets too worn on one side, so you can equally wear out the sides. Not all sprockets allow you to do that, so it's pretty cool. And the only thing on here that's not Odyssey, Colt, or Eclat is my Shadow Supreme chain, and the reason being is this is the strongest chain on the market, a forged chain. I am 225 pounds, so I'm a heavier guy, and I have snap chains before in the past, and hitting your knee on your stem is not fun. Everybody swears by these chains. They are tough as shit. Like, even a chain breaker broke trying to put this on. So yeah, great chain. Can't complain. Gonna be running this thing probably forever. And I do have a Colt bottom bracket, but nothing really special about that, so let's move on. All right, so before I get into the wheels, I'll just get into the pegs. Now, the only thing that I have that are not Colt and Eclat on here are the pegs, which are Odyssey, the chain, which is Shadow, and the forks, which are also Odyssey, but they look like Colt. And once these pegs get grinded down a little more, you won't be able to see the Odyssey logo on the bottom anyways. So their pegs are pegs, but the reason why I got these pegs is because they're the only ones that I could find that were 4.5 inch length that were still made with an aluminum core, so they're a bit lighter than the chromoly core ones. So once again, before we even get into the wheels, I'll get into the rubber that I'm riding. So I will start with the grips. I'm riding Colt Solo grips. They are the thickest grips that I can find on the market, and they just also happen to be Colt, so you know, can't complain right there. Some Colt grips, really thick, really comfortable, nice wavy design. They're made by the same, I think they're made by ODI actually, so can't go wrong there. I believe that this side is actually even a little bit thicker than this side, and I like to hold my hands on the inner part of the handlebars, so I run them with the thicker part on the inside. And I don't know why, but thicker grips just feel amazing in every aspect and every way. Cannot recommend running thicker grips. It'll change the game with everything. Oh yeah, and I also have Odyssey par ends, so I guess I do have a little bit more Odyssey than I thought. But yeah, some Odyssey par ends. They're like fucking 10 years old, honestly. I've had these forever. They last forever. Get some Odyssey par ends. And the tires, I got the Colt folding tires, fast and loose, Colt fast and loose folding tires. They also have been holding up for quite a long time. I do a lot of tire grinds, and for them, for being such light folding tires, they do not even wear out that fast. And I like the slickness. It just helps with everything overall. They're very, very light, very nice. They're fast, they're loose. Can't beat it. Okay, so now I will talk about these beautiful chrome beasts of wheels. They are, believe it or not, they are not Colt, but they are Eclat. I just took off most of the stickers on the rim, except left just one on each. They are Eclat E440 rims, so they are the lightest rims that I know of on the market that are still double walled and street. It's like they're not race rims, they're not like whatever, park rims. But yeah, they're 440 grams, which weighed like I think 15.2 ounces or something, so they're very light rims. And I also got the Eclat shift hub in the back because I am mostly a cassette rider, but I just wanted to start going over to coaster. And every time I get a free coaster, I hate it, and I always go back to cassette. But this time around, I am actually liking free coaster, so I might keep it on free coaster for a while. But I have the option of changing it to cassette just by taking off a nut, taking out the driver, putting some prongs in, and then it's a cassette. Very, very easy process. I recommend this hub to someone that is indecisive like me, but beware if you do switch the hub around, read the instructions carefully because I did break it my first week I had it. So I'm not gonna get all into that. Maybe I'll make another video about that, but for now, just know to read instructions carefully on the Eclat website on how to do it. And in the front, I also have the Eclat E440 rim laced to a Eclat, I think it's a seismic hub or something. Yeah, a seismic hub. Yeah, just a nice, trustworthy hub. These hubs came with hub guards. They run fine so far, other than my hub breaking a few weeks ago, but that was my fault. Don't let Eclat know that though, because they did send me free replacement parts. But yeah, so far I love this bike. I love the build. I cannot complain about it. I think it looks sick. I like the sticker setup. I like the way it feels. It's very light. I'm about to weigh it for you pretty soon. And yeah, this will be my build for 2025. All right, so now that I filmed my bike check video, sorry, covering my bike. Now that I filmed my bike check video, I guess I'm gonna do what y'all been waiting for and weigh this motherfucker. Excuse my language. But here it is. But this is a bike that I purposely built to be a little bit on the lighter side. I'm not a weight weenie, I'm very strong. I can deadlift like 4 plates, but I think just like why have a super heavy bike on purpose just to prove a point when you could build a lighter build with just as strong parts. So that's just my 2 cents on things. But anyways, what do I know? I'm not that good. I'm fucking a weight weenie supposedly, but here we go. I have it in kilometers. Wait, kilometers? All right, looks like it's saying it weighs in at 25.6 pounds, so a little over 25 and a half. I think that's a perfect weight for a bike to be. Anything lighter, I'm sure, would feel too light, or not. I don't know. Does the weight even matter? I'm not really sure. I just know I wanted a bike that wasn't over 27 because my last build was like 27 and a half, maybe 28, and I just got tired very quickly. And I do go to the gym, which sucks. I mean, like, I'm out here that fucking, like, I work out and I'm still fucking out of shape. But yeah, anyways, this is the bike, this is the build. Want to see me ride it now? First try, baby. So that's my attempt on a backlash, fakie, manual, whatever you want to call it. Too tired now after like getting that first try to do any more tricks. So thank you for watching my bike build. Thank you for giving a fuck about BMX, and thank you for subscribing to my channel because I know you're gonna after seeing my sexy bike. Anyways, I'll do another bike build on my other bike. Sorry, just gotta get sure. I'll do another bike build check on my other bike very soon, so stay tuned for that. Hope you like it. Hope you guys treat your bikes nice and grease them and shit so I don't have to do it for you. Later. Whew.